I honestly never, you know, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm actually feeling a little bad for the mono red player. You guys might be thinking like, why? Why do you feel bad for the mono red player? Well, you're about to find out. You're about to find out why I feel bad, because they're about to get clowned on pretty hard here. There's the first attack. Little do they know, we are allowed to have 2 attacks. When did that happen? When did that update happen on the arena? When did that update happen? It was in the patch notes last week. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have an absolute banger for you guys today, because we are playing a JUND list that we have played in the past a couple of times, but every time the variations get vastly different because there are so many ways you can play this deck, and it is just that good. It's that fun. And of course, here is the list. We are talking, of course, about a JUND Reanimator list with Old Rutstein. Now this, again, JUND, Old Rutstein combos are decks that I have run in the past. They've all been really pretty decent and a lot of fun, but by far I think this one's the best one we've made yet. It is so good and so much fun. We actually opened up the gate when we warmed up with this deck at 11-3, so it is really decent. But before I dive into this thing and break it down in full, if you guys are new here and you find any value in today's video, if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, it is a free way to help support the channel. With that being said, let's talk about it. So it's pretty simple. Try to load up the graveyard, bring things back for cheap, and the things that we're bringing back, just do some outrageous things, like really silly things, things that should be technically cheating. So we're going to be starting things off with Witherbloom Command and Old Rutstein. Both these cards kind of for the similar purposes, right? A Witherbloom Command, we're going to be milling our deck. We're going to be putting 3 cards into the graveyard. Not only that, we're going to be helping ourselves hit our land drops by pulling back a land in order to make sure we hit that 3rd land drop. From there, we get Old Rutstein out on the field. It's also going to mill off the top of our deck. We're going to be filling up our graveyard. That's the theme here. Fill up the graveyard, fill up the graveyard. Also, Old Rutstein's a big body to block with against things like mono white you're going to see in this video. And it's a lot of fun, man. This card is very good and overlooked too much, I think. But anyways, I digress. What do we want to be throwing into the graveyard? Well, let's go ahead and look at our creatures here that we want to reanimate. So we've got 3 gelatinous cubes. I'm pretty sure I'm the only person in the world who's ever played this card, it feels like. It seems like every time I play it, people suggest other cards to play in the deck. I love this card. I think it's really fun. I think it's Black's version of an apparition. So I'm going to continue to play it, especially in decks like this where it's got a really sick enter the battlefield trigger, because we do run things like the dollhouse where we are going to be reanimating our creatures, and they are going to be coming back for little 1/1s instead of their full face value of attack and toughness. So enter the battlefield triggers are going to be important. So if we're tapping the dollhouse down for 1 to bring back a creature that just straight exiles something, that could end up winning us the game. You'll see that soon. We've got Consuming Blob. This is going to be our absolute win con extraordinaire. This thing's going to be spitting out oozes like crazy, and this thing gets as big as 5'6", sometimes even 6'7". It is wildly big sometimes, and if it's just going to keep spitting out a copy of itself at the end of every turn, opponent must answer or they're dead. We've also got Morog. Morog is going to be our other win con. This is going to be the funniest and most fun card to play in the deck because it goes like peanut butter and jelly with Olivia. So Morog is going to come down, and we're going to get an additional attack step. So if you play a land after your attack step's over on your main phase 2, if you drop a land, you then get to have a second attack step, which is bonkers. And most people don't plan for that. So when you attack in the first time and they don't plan for a second attack step, they'll usually let some damage slip through, and then by then it's too late for the blocks to happen. So very good card that you can ambush your opponents with. And like I said, a peanut butter and jelly combo with Olivia, because Olivia is something that we can reanimate with the dollhouse or just bring back from the graveyard with like a return upon tide. And then when Olivia hits the field, it has haste, swings in, it can bring back another creature with haste for that turn, being Morog, attacking in for an additional 6, hitting a land drop, and then attacking all over again. Quite the combo. Here's a new card that we're playing in the deck as well. It's a little splash 1 of in here. And the reason it's 1 of is because if we can get this thing to hit onto the battlefield and we have tokens, like let's say an Old Rutstein starts spitting out 1/1 tokens, these little insects here, we can turn those insects into 6/6 demons, as well as a consuming blob. So if you got a consuming blob out on the field and it's like, I don't know, let's say it's like a 3/4, you can turn those 3/4 tokens into 6/6 demons flying as well. So there's ways to create extra demons with this thing, and it is insane. But the combo's not always there, which is why we've only got one of in the deck. We've got some removal. We got 3 Binding the Old Gods, a new card from Kamigawa, which is March of the Wretched Sorrow, and we got 3 Meat Hook Massacres for some sweepers, and 2 Balagad recoveries, just in case we end up milling something we don't want off the top. We can go back in there and grab it out of the yard. So very important card to have in the deck. And that's gonna do it for the deck breakdown, guys. Enjoyed the gameplay footage. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We'll see you guys back here at the end for some final thoughts. Peace. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be playing an absolute banger list for you guys today. I got a chance to play this a lot more than I did other lists that I put together. Normally I play them very, I have a short window, a very small window to not only create the decks, but then play them and record them for you guys. Today, I had a lot of time to put together a deck for you, and we're gonna have some fun today because I've actually play tested this a few times, and we've had some really cool games with this thing, man. I'm telling you. All right, Ascending Spirit, gonna have to kill that with this. That's gonna get pretty big too. Hopefully going first didn't just absolutely screw me over here, because they are gonna have counter magic. Okay, they go straight for Thermal Alchemist. All right, so it's not gonna screw me over too bad. Let's get rid of this right away. Cannot have the Ascending Spirit out here. But yeah, man, we played this deck earlier today for a while. We got a lot of really good wins with it. Pretty happy with where it's at right now, and just enjoying it, man. It's been a good time. Speaking of good time, man, our Naya list, the land destruction list we just posted on Monday, dude, that was a lot of fun. And I was really worried when I posted it. I kind of already explained to you guys how when we post things that are not of the typical, color schemes people love, like Esper, Dimir, Azorius, those types of things are very, very beloved, and Naya doesn't typically do very well usually, and you guys absolutely crushed it with the support, man. I always underestimate you guys, man. You guys are always showing so much love and support. It's crazy, dude. Our community is so, like, it really is small, but man, you guys do a great job of showing up, man, and just showing that support. Like, even though we're a small community, I say it all the time, man, our community is stronger than any I've ever seen. I love you guys for that, by the way. If we hit a land here, we can get a pretty good Meat Hook Massacre off. Oh, no land. That's fine though. Hopefully land, just to guarantee the Meat Hook is good next turn. I am afraid of counter magic though. Jawari Eruption comes to mind. There are things that do make me nervous. Excuse me, I am coming off of a little bit of a sickness that we were battling for a little while, and that just goes to show you I probably should have cracked the blood token before I played the land, because this comes in tapped, the other land would have been on tapped, we would have been good to go. All right, another Thermal Alchemist, an even better Meat Hook Massacre. Okay, we are gonna take 3 guaranteed because these things tap or whatever, but it's all good. I am afraid though, again, I'm just really afraid of that counter spell. Shoot, man, didn't draw the land or hit the land off the top. I'm just getting absolutely brutalized by my mana base at the moment. All right. All right. Opponent is only down to 4 cards though. For a control mage with is it colors, you'd like to see that. You like to see them without, a crazy big hand. That's probably a copy, like Dual Strike, I'm sure. Another blood token, another land. Meathook Massacre finally for 3. Let's just resolve all here. I'm sure there's going to be 3 damage coming my way. Is there a counter spell though? That's the big question. That could be saw it coming, which would be pretty nuts. Alright, they are going to kill the old Rutstein. That's pretty smart. Because now the Meathook Massacre coming in for 3 is going to kill Rutstein. But I mean, they're down to 2 cards in hand with 1 foretold dual strike. I like my odds here, honestly. And we're gaining 3 life off of this, so it kind of undoes the damage they just gave us. I like throwing away Morog here. Nice, and I get rewarded for it. So if Olivia hits the board here, we can get back the Morog and get an extra turn to attack. But we'll start things off with the Consuming Blob and create a board presence that can actually finish the game. So Consuming Blob, if the Blob's not dealt with by next turn, we win. Pretty much straight up. That's how it's going to go down. Hopefully no Fading Hopes in our future. That'd be great if we can avoid that. The Blob hits. It does hit. Okay, good. It's not going to get burned out. It's got 5 toughness. There's no shot it gets burned out here, but like I said, bounce spells are a thing. Okay, it was Behold the Multiverse this whole time, so I thought it was Dual Strike, but Behold the Multiverse makes sense too. Saw it coming would have made more sense too. Oh wow, 2 to the top. They like what they saw. This next turn's gonna be wild, guys. This is exactly what we built our deck to do. What you're about to see on this next turn. It's gonna be great. Ascending Spirit, Delver. Dude, they got all their creatures out. That is kind of annoying, I can't lie, because they are going to be able to block, but they're gonna lose everything. I mean, if they block, they're losing all their creatures this next turn. All right, and we're gonna call this. Yes, Queen. Yes, because, dude, Olivia, the bride, is broken. Now they got to be really concerned about whether or not I have a land in hand. You know what I'm saying? Bang, 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 bang. All right, we are down to 14. If we would have hit a land off the top, we would have won the game here. By the way, ignore the Unexpected Windfall. I'm actually taking that out this next game. I've been thinking about taking it out this whole time for Witherbloom Command, and I think I'm going to. In this particular instance, it would have been better, I think. All right, opponent is down to 2 cards in hand. 1 is a land. That should be enough to do it unless they have some sort of sweeper they can cast, but there's nothing large enough for that. Should I have played the cube just in case they somehow deal with the board? I mean, there's 3 threats here. They block 1, they bounce the other with a card in hand, and I'm good to go, I feel like. Plus Consuming Blob hits for an attacker as well. Should be plenty. It looks like it is. They're just going to allow the damage. Yeah, I would have allowed it to. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. Negative 19. Solid victory. Gonna change out those Unexpected Windfalls really fast. All right, there we go. We're chilling now. We got the Witherbloom commands back in here. I was kind of going back and forth between those 2 cards all day, Witherbloom command or Unexpected Windfall. In some instances, I wanted one, and then in the other instance, I wanted the other. So, but I think I'm pretty set on Witherbloom command now. I'm pretty sure. All right, I'm gonna keep this. I don't like this as a starting hand, but because we are going first, turn 4 removal is not necessarily that bad, so we'll keep it. No plays here on turn 2, so a tap land is not a problem. I see mono white colors. All right, so Meathook Massacre going to be very handy here. Ooh, old Retstein is clutch against Thalia. I'll tell you what, man, a 1-4, that's not bad when you're talking about a first strike 2-1. Not the card they wanted to see hit the battlefield, that's for sure. Retstein shuts Thalia down hard. But this typically means that we're going to be followed up by an elite spellbinder. Oh, tap land. Okay, we like to see that. We do like to see that. We might play Gelatinous Cube into Thalia as well. That could be pretty solid. Just so our other spells aren't so expensive. Oh, Binding seems pretty cool too, but I think this for 1 is better so we can save our 1 treasure because we might need it to ramp into our Olivia. All right, we're chilling. Opponent's got no creatures on board. We've got plenty of mana. We've got removal for days, and we've got our win con. So not more I can ask for really here. Mono white doesn't have sweepers, so that feels pretty good. Elite Spellbinder is annoying. I will give them that. That card is flustering sometimes. I wonder what they take here, honestly, because we find a land. Binding is still good. Olivia can be cast next turn if we hit a land. Gelatinous Cube is probably the best thing they want me to hit it with, because if I Gelatinous Cube something with an enter the battlefield trigger, then our opponent obviously wants to prioritize killing the ooze or the cube, and they get back their Spellbinder, getting another trigger with it, which would be pretty brutal. So don't want to see that. I think we're gonna go Binding here, ramp into Olivia. That's still kind of the plan. I think I'm gonna Blood Token this away. Not a bad play. It's not a bad play. Because Olivia brings it back and then we drop the land. 3, 4, 5, 6. Gelatinous Cube's gone, that's fine. Olivia's tough enough to get through Elite Spellbinder too, which is pretty awesome. Land. Yes! Alright, here we go. Here's where things get a little bit fun. Things are going to get pretty fun here. Oh, we don't have enough still? Wait, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I'm shy 1. I didn't realize. I did not realize. That's fine. I guess Gelatinous Cube is the play. Gelatinous Cube's the play, and we can block with the cube against Thalia, so let's go ahead and get an attack in here. Mono white, we're on turn 5 or 6 and they haven't done one point of damage to me, so feeling really good about that. If we can top deck like a Witherbloom command too, that would be brutal against Thalia. Legion Angel does actually kill Olivia, so that's not good. Interesting. I think I'm going to swing in here. They're going to get back their Elite Spellbinder. And then we'll just meat hook. Well, I could actually eat that, couldn't I? But then I'm going to meat hook anyways. Meat hook for 1. So they, yeah, we let it die. It's fine. There's no need to waste the mana. We're wasting the mana either way you look at it, because we can either spend 3 to dissolve the Elite Spellbinder, or we let them just make our meat hook cost 2 more. And either way, we're paying either 2 more or 3 more mana. All right, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right, end our turn. We're gonna hold on to the land. You guys might be curious as to why I didn't play the land drop. It's because of Morog. If we play Olivia next turn and attack in with Morog, then we can drop the land. But I am afraid, because these Legion Angels are such a problem, man. Like, it's impossible to get through these Legion Angels at the moment. Recovery is nice. Okay. Recovery is nice. Let's go get a Binding. You know what? No, let's get 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's get Morog. All right, Morog's in play now. I'm not messing around no more. I'm not gonna try to get fancy with the graveyard. We're gonna just play Morog straight up. Next turn we run him over. Period. End of story. 3, 6, 7. We need one more land for Olivia though. So hopefully old Rutstein finds that treasure off the top. That would be really clutch. All right, let's out aggro our aggro player here. Here we go. Time to out aggro the aggro player. This is the combo we've been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. Olivia with Morog is about to go down. You're about to witness absolute pure annihilation here. This is what the deck does, man. Once we get 2 attack steps, it's over. Oh, you thought it was over, my friend? Well, you forgot about my second attack step. What, you didn't know we had 2 attack steps? Come on. You didn't know? You didn't? Oh, feels bad, man. My throat hurts, but that was funny. Totally worth it. All right, our opponent just got absolutely bodied. That was the best kind of ending we could have asked for, man. I'm so happy I chose to get that Morog back. I was really concerned. And then Olivia being able to be cast on that turn as well, because Rutstein found some treasure, was so clutch as well. So very happy with how that went down. I don't like going second here just because the mana is slow, and so is Witherbloom Command. I feel like maybe this deck needs a few more faster lands that don't tap. I think I'm playing too many chill lands. See, I could okay, well, we still get to untap land, thank goodness. Okay, we're good. Oh, that's gonna cost 1 more though. I have to throw away. I have to throw away old Rutstein here in order for this to hit, because Thalia requires us to pay more mana. It's fine. Could have killed it next turn with the Witherbloom Command, but looks like there's another Thalia. Perfect. Giving us another target for our Witherbloom Command. You love to see it. Dude, what's with mono white everywhere right now? What the heck? I didn't actually see any mono white earlier, and now it's everywhere. The algorithm is fickle. All right, I do want that dollhouse out of there though. Old Rutstein. It's a good body to block the Adeline with for now, or at least the 1/1s. All right, we treasured up, which is awesome, because now we get Morog down, which is a good body to block with against Adeline. Hopefully no Elite Spellbinder. Good. That's still not great though. It's still not the best thing to see. Oh geez. That is not great. Things are getting ugly pretty quick here for us. We need a meat hook massacre, yeah? Not quite the meat hook that we needed. Morog, can we play Morog? We can. I need a body to block some of this nonsense with. Still nothing in the yard to bring back with the upon tide. Yikes. I am happy to trade though with Adeline if they want to give the 2/1/1 counters here and still attack in with Adeline. I'm happy to trade. I'll get Morog right back. So it looks like that's what they might just do here. It would be a 6/6. Come on, you know you want to do it. Let's go. Let's go. That's huge. That was a huge play for us. No, you're kidding me, man. You gotta be kidding me. Dude, the Wandering Emperor is busted. Absolutely busted. And we're just hitting land drops now. Nothing we can do if all our deck's gonna do is hit land drops. Alright, we'll play Morog. We'll try to find something other than land. There we go. Okay. No attacks. Hopefully they put the 1/1 counters here on the aspirants, because they don't need to put on Adeline anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Show them how we greet our
6. I can 6 meat hook here. And they put the 1/1 counter on there anyways. Wow, brutal. Okay. Darn it. Meat Hook's not going to get the job done, unfortunately. I can only hit it for 6. We are going to gain some life, though. And our stuff is going to stay alive. It's kind of nice. Maybe they'll block the Morog? That would be pretty funny. What are the odds of that happening? Pretty slim to none, but you never know. You never know. They might block. That's fine. This is gonna be really, really tricky. All right, now they're definitely not going to block with Adeline here because it would die. Or they will. OMG. Are you serious? We're good. We're good, ladies and gentlemen, I think. I think we're fine.
Strike fast and strike
4, 5. Right now I can do this for 5. Oh my god, it's going to be perfect. Okay, we might be okay, ladies and gentlemen. We might be okay. Oh my god, we might be okay. They blocked with Adeline. That is so clutch. Dude, let's go. We need to hit a reanimator spell, though. We need to either hit the dollhouse or we need to hit Olivia. One of those two things needs to happen. Crawling Barons is tricky. That's going to be a nightmare card to deal with, but we should be all right. All right, we're going to go with both Rutstein here and Gelatinous Cube. That takes away their token, sets them back a little bit. If they want to activate their Crawling Barons, I'm happy to make the block here. But they would be able to put a 1/1 counter on it. That would be pretty brutal.
Let your blade do the talking.
All right, 1 spell a turn now thanks to that guy. That's a card. Are we gonna do this? Are we actually gonna do this? They could have got a little more creative with that blocks. That actually could have been pretty bad for me if they double blocked up or something like that, but they chose not to. And now we got 2 5/6s. Dude, are we gonna win with Consuming Blob? This is gonna be nice. Oh, I see. They just wanted the minus on it, get some life gain. That makes sense, I guess. It is exiled too, so I can never get it back. Pretty annoying. There's a lot of cards we can draw here that would really help us. Balagad Recovery. There goes the Balagad Recovery. Okay. Let's see what they do here with the attack info. Because if they block with the Archon, I could... I don't know. I think this is fine. All right, if they block with the Archon, I could then play 2 spells a turn, which would be really great for us. So hopefully that's going to be the case, because it will open up the door for a few different things here. Don't like that. Do not like that. They block with the Archon, but not the way we wanted them to. All right. Well, it's not how we wanted you to do that. It's fine. We'll do this. And let's try to hit a land, maybe? Didn't do it. Dang, that would have been pretty epic, though. That would have been pretty epic if we hit a land there and got a second attack step. But hey, we got the job done nonetheless. Holy cow, dude. We were on the ropes that game. That was crazy. Good game, man. That was intense. That was fun. I don't know how we beat the intenseness of that last game. That was really awesome. All right. Our opponent here is on their way to diamond, and we're hopefully going to shut him down. This is a mulligan. I don't have the mana to play it. This is much better. Much, much better. Let's hope we can find some reanimator stuff though, because we've got the ability to throw things away, which is very important, but it doesn't mean anything if we can't find an Olivia or a dollhouse, right? So got to be able to cheat this stuff in, you know? Uh-oh, is this mono red? It sure is. Tricky battle here, but hey, we get to kill that. That's kind of nice. Nice and easy kill here. Things like that make Witherbloom command so good. Little old Rutstein action next turn is going to be helpful too, because you know they're going to drop samurais and whatnot. Yep, there they are. Little Ronins. Those Ronins are brutal if you don't stop them. And Rutstein's a great tool to stop them. So let's go Rutstein. I am so happy too that we found Balagad Recovery, because it just ups our chances that if we find something with Rutstein and throw it away, like let's say an Olivia or a dollhouse, we get it back. So be pretty awesome. It's fine by me. Seemed like a pretty wasteful way to use your mana, but fair enough. All right, let's Rabid Battery, Graveyard, which will allow us to ramp up a little bit. I'm gonna leave back my Rutstein for the Ronin. I could have left them both back and just double blocked, huh? That is something I could have done. All right, well, they're pretty out of luck here if this is their only game plan. I mean, that's probably not their only game plan, but it's the only thing they can do right now, which is pretty apparent. So if this is all they can do, they're in trouble. If they have extra mana though to blow up the Rutstein after I block, like a play with fire, that could be good. All right. Yeah, let's Balagad Recovery here. Let's grab this. And we'll get a Dreadfest Demon next turn. That could be pretty awesome, I can't lie. Let's pass the turn, hold up the blocks. We're not going to out-aggro our opponent, so let's just keep these 1/1s here to block with. Like I said last turn, it would have been pretty smart to hold it back so we could double block the Ronin. And we can kill it that way, but this is going to be pretty sweet, man. This is going pretty well. The Consuming Blob's going to be at 3/4 after this next turn because the enchantment's going. Do we have instant speed in here? No. So if we play this, that could be pretty good. All right. Do I triple block or do I just let... Because we're going to turn these into demons. You know what? Let's leave. Let's just not kill it. If this is all they're going to do, it's pretty on-threatening. So there's the play with fire we were waiting for. Totally fine. It came a little late. It came a bit late, so we're going to have unlimited demons. It's going to get pretty crazy here in a second. There's nothing they're going to be able to do when we have multiple 6/6s on the board. Oh, and a Morog just to kick things off even harder. Okay, we're going to save our land then for next turn. Excuse me, sorry, I was late on the mute button. Yikes. Oh, shoot. Didn't know I was about to skip my whole turn there. Close call. End our turn. They cycle out their Ronin. They realize there's nothing they can do against that thing, huh? Now there's 2 of them. And then we attack twice next turn. I'd say that's pretty busted, yeah? I'd say that's pretty busted. I honestly never, you know, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm actually feeling a little bad for the mono red player. You guys might be thinking like, why? Why do you feel bad for the mono red player? Well, you're about to find out. You're about to find out why I feel bad, because they're about to get clowned on pretty hard here. There's the first attack. Little do they know, we are allowed to have 2 attacks. When did that happen? When did that update happen on the arena? When did that update happen? It was in the patch notes last week. GG, my friend. GG. Now it's just a matter of them clicking the next button to essentially concede. There it is. There it is. Mono red takes the L. That was actually a pretty good matchup for us, I think, though. Everything seems to be linking, man. This deck seems to be just linking perfectly right now. Like, everything is tying in really nicely. Uh-oh, our opponent's name is Lucky, though. They're gonna get lucky. I don't like that. Oh, we got pretty lucky. Good hand here. Good starting hand. We got the reanimation spell. We have a Witherbloom command. Can't be too upset about that. Rakdos. Valky, huh? Well, they're gonna steal our gelatinous cube, but we just get him back with the Witherbloom command here. Easy claps. Easy claps. This might be super important. I'm gonna hang on to it, so we're gonna go with this as our black source. Very, very easy turn here. But I am afraid, obviously, of the Tybalt side of these this card. That could be pretty brutal. That was the worst mill we've had yet. Oh no. That might actually cost us the game. That might actually cost us the game there. That was pretty terrible. We just get 2 dollhouse and 1. Wow. Well, we do get to cast the Olivia next turn with this if we want to. We don't really want to. So they're gonna discard and draw some cards here. Now I know I could have blown up that Kiki Jiki or whatever with the Seiju, but I don't want to ramp them because I think ramping would really help them when we're talking about Tybalt. Tybalt's very expensive. I didn't realize this guy generated treasures, though. I totally forgot about that ability. Alright, well, we're in trouble. Yeah, this ain't gonna go our way, guys. We're off to a pretty rough start. I can't lie. Can't lie, this is pretty brutal. Alright. Now Kiki Jiki comes in and it becomes create a token of a, okay, I don't like this because we could cube that away later. I just really want to hang on to this because it could be really important later in the game for getting back a very important creature. But Kiki Jiki can't attack this turn, so they're not drawing a card, they're just drawing and discarding, which is nice. Or that's cool too. If we meat hook off the top, that would be pretty awesome. It could save us a lot of time and energy here. I don't know, tough, man. It's just tough. Maybe the play here is just to do this for 2. Kill this. I know it's our main phase, but I don't want them being able to hit any more loyalty off of it, so let's just kill it for 2s while it's cheap. Throw down another tapped land, say go. We're up to 6 mana now, so I mean we do have Olivia on online. We also have a Return Upon Tide, but there's nothing good in our yard. This first mill was garbage. That's the only problem when you're running Reanimator, man, is that you just run into that issue of like you can't do anything like if you mill the wrong cards. And they get my Consuming Blob. Why not? That's actually a really good card for us. That would have been a great target for Olivia to bring back, but all right, we do hit mana. Not the worst thing in the world, but I mean, there's nothing, literally nothing for her to bring back, so Okay, well, again, complete whiff there with the land. Might have to just concede this one, man. We are looking rough.
Let's play a little game.
Flame Blessed Bolt deals 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If that creature or planeswalker will die, exile it instead. Yeah, we might want to just dip out of this one, save us some time, and then that way we can get another really good game in, hopefully. I don't know. I guess we'll just see what our next top deck is. If it's absolute trash, then we can jump out. Because unless we can do something about this by the next turn, we're toast. Because they're going to exile our graveyard, and our graveyard is theirs. I mean, if we top deck Morog, that still wouldn't do it, would it? No. Yep, that's game. We have nothing in the yard to bring back with Olivia, making this a pretty dead turn. GG's. GG. On to the next one, guys. Sorry about that loss. That felt pretty bad. All right, hopefully we can recover strong from that last game and go out big here on the last game. I hope you guys are enjoying today's video, man. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me as long as you have. Honestly, shout out to you guys. You guys are the best, man. Ooh, we get to go first. Don't mind if I do with this hand. Don't mind if I do. Kicking things off on an eye twitch, I'm sure. Ooh, a gas. Close. I was close. All right. Binding could be good for the planeswalkers. Might want to hang on to those for like the lulths and whatnot. So Old Rutstein's a great body to block the Shambling Gas with. So no need for us to keep taking this little 1/1 damage over and over. Something nice about the aesthetic of having all the dual lands on the field by turn 3 of every color. We have 2 of every color. A lot of treasure, unfortunately for us. All right, ramp up. I like that. Now let's find some creatures to throw in the yard, preferably not Olivia. Valky, nothing to take. Sorry, brother. Sorry about that. Valky's scary though, man. We just saw how good the Tibalt was against us, man. We don't like that. I wouldn't be opposed to a meat hook coming off the top here, I guess. Ooh, or that. Or that. Let's get some more stuff in the graveyard so we can bring it back. Consuming Blob's cool. Let's grab probably this. You never know. We might need to kill some artifacts or enchantments. I doubt it, but this entered this turn. Okay, cool. So we attack then. I'm gonna attack. Yeah, I figured they'd block, but it is what it is. Let's see what they grab, because I don't think they know what we're doing yet, and that's a good thing. So we send them to their sideboard to go hunting for some lessons before they know what we're up to. All right, that's fine. Consuming Blob's a 4/5. I am afraid of obviously Blood on the Snow. There's nothing good in our opponent's yard though to bring back, so this might actually be the time to hit Olivia. Rutstein, that's not bad. A backup Olivia too, that's also pretty solid. All right, I'm gonna play this as a land. Save ourselves 1 treasure here. All right, Olivia, do your thing. Just kidding, you're dead. Oh, just kidding, do your thing. Why do I have a feeling they're gonna kill it after we get the ooze on the field? That would be pretty brutal. That's a good sign. That's huge. That is huge. All right, so now if Olivia dies, the consuming blob is safe. I mean, not the blob, but the 4/5 that it just created will be safe, which is value. That though is annoying. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. They gain a lot of life though. Pretty brutal. They're down to 5 mana though. Their treasures are gone. And we have another Olivia, which is pretty sweet. Give me that blob again. They're down to 12. We get another blob. We've got so much removal. We got to worry, I think, right now about Lulth. I think that's going to be their next play, which is fine. I'm actually pretty down for that. Blood on Snow is something they could play too, but I don't think they'd want to just because of the value that they're going to bring back is not great. But I mean, it could be like, if they don't, they're kind of screwed. Ah. Exile the creature. I don't really want to exile my own creature, but I have to. All right, it's fine. Shambling Ghast, huh? All right, things just got a little trickier. I can't lie. Getting a little nervous now. I'm a little nervous. You got me feeling a little crazy. All right, let's go ahead and drop this in. I think the meat hook's got to go. It's just too much value over time. So no life gain for you. Gonna try to put the pressure on here. Put the pressure on with a singular 4/5. Sometimes a single 4/5 can do some way more damage than the board we just had because, you know, a 4/5 is not something you want to waste an entire sweeper on. That's tough. Okay, there goes Binding. But they did just amp up my 5/6. Ooh. Missed our land though because we were out of lands. That's unfortunate. All right, let's go in here. Are we afraid of another hand disruption? I don't think I am actually afraid of any more hand hate. I think I'm gonna roll the dice here on avoiding it. Here's the plan. Ready? This is in a perfect world, right? This is the perfect world plan. We're gonna end our turn. We're gonna march on this, killing it, leaving the lane wide open for an attack. And then we play our Morog, we draw into a land, take 2 attacks, and win the game. That's the plan. And immediately our plan is foiled. You see how fast, and that's why I said in the perfect world, because plans, man, like, you're never gonna get what you want. All right, whatever. Dude, my nose, man. Why? Why is it always good? And then we start playing, and it's not good. All right, Morog, go end this game for me, please. Please get me out of this grindy mono black game. These are the worst. These are the worst. Always. Always, always, always. No planeswalkers, though, which is great. It's so frustrating, man. 1 Dollhouse, 2 Olivia's gone. We're in the thick of it here, that's for sure. Oh, okay, we got another Morog. I'll take that. I will take it. All right, so we could end step the march here on the eye twitch in a perfect world. I can't, bro. I can't. I can't be this unlucky, can I? Our opponent is drawing the absolute nuts, man. We're still in this, man. We're like, all we got to do is find 1 reanimator spell, and we are absolutely still in this. But it's about finding it, man. Can I find it? It's like the odds are not in our favor. All right, that's fine. I mean, it keeps us alive. But maybe they, if I kill this with this, they just go find themselves a mascot, and then I die to that a lot faster than I do to 2 1/1s, right? So it's like, maybe we just wait. Maybe we just do a big march here on the chef, get ourselves a lot of life. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. I'm gonna do 6 to save my treasure. You never know when that treasure might come in handy. You never know. Let's gain 6 life, get rid of the chef. The chef might sacrifice the eye twitch, would be pretty awesome for us. Or not. They just have everything they need, huh? They have everything they need. I mean, they're playing the top 2 cards off their deck and they just seem to have it. So unbelievable, man. I genuinely can't. I genuinely cannot believe it. That's good. Okay. So if we do this for 1, that leaves us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect amount to play Olivia, attack in. Okay, we might actually be okay now. I can't believe it, but I think we're okay. We found the dollhouse. The dollhouse is going to change everything. It's going to be a world of a difference here in this game. Talk about grinding though, huh? There it is. We knew that was coming. Alright, that takes care of the Lulth. And now if we top deck a land, that is actually a nasty, nasty threat because of the ability of Morag. If they kill Olivia though, which looks like they're highlighting, so I'm sure they have a way to deal with it, then we're in trouble. I need to dollhouse the old Rutstein one time for me. That's something. It's hexproof and it has vigilance, and both sacrifice a creature. Each opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. Wow, that's actually not good because if they boast, we have to sacrifice one of these two. All right, so they're gonna eat my graveyard here. What are they gonna take? Probably an Olivia. Gosh, I really hope I top deck a land here. A land would be so good. The land would be so good. Come on. They take Morag. That's fine. That's a land. That is a land, ladies and gentlemen. All right. That's probably the best card we could have top decked. All right. We're in it, baby. Oh, we get a demon. We get a demon. Oh my god. All right. Let's grab this. Oh my goodness. This is going to be absolutely disgusting what we're about to do, guys. Are we? I think we're about to win. Opponent is pretty locked in here though with oh, it's hexproof from planeswalkers though, so do we have a way to deal with that right now? We really don't, but the demon and the Morag going in, if they block the 1/1 Olivia, we'll be in trouble if they block the Olivia, for real. This is actually a really tricky situation. This is tricky because if they block Olivia and Olivia dies, Morag goes with it. Maybe we have to wait. Do we attack all here, man? I just don't know. All right. That should be enough to do it, though, because now they have to block the Morag or they die. They have to block Morag now. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Okay, guys, listen, I'm sure there's like 100 of you guys out there watching this video screaming at your computers like, dude, can this guy not do math? Can this guy not do math? He has lethal. No, I can't do math. Okay, you came to the wrong place. Okay, remedial math guy here. All right, I saw it at the end. I realized it wasn't as tricky as I made it out to be. GG's. GG's, okay? Don't make fun of me. That concludes the gameplay footage today, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I really enjoyed making this list for you guys today. I enjoy making all these lists for you guys. I know I kind of end the videos off and I say a lot of the same things all the time, like, oh, today's deck is so much fun, and I really enjoyed it. It's because I only make fun decks, guys. I don't come on here to try to say I'm an amazing Magic player. Let's get top 50 with our super crazy control deck or anything, but our decks are typically a lot of fun, and we try to get them as competitive as possible, man, because I do have that competitive spirit in me, and I really enjoy our decks that we make here on the channel. This is an absolute passion project for me, so I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. If you made it this far, I'm assuming you do, so thank you. And if you've made it this far, a huge shout out to you, because it does help the algorithm here on YouTube and pushes my videos out to more people when you stay this long, so appreciate that. Let's talk about the list a little bit. So there are many things in this deck that you could change, switch up, and kind of perform similar styles of gameplay with. If you guys didn't notice in the first game, like I was talking about before, Unexpected Windfall is a card I was going back and forth on. Hold on one moment. My apologies. The reason why I was going back and forth on this is because not only does it go with our game plan of filling up our graveyard, but it also allows us to draw cards. If you've noticed, one of our weaknesses here in the deck today, we don't draw any cards, which can be a bit of a problem sometimes, for real. Like, it can cause some serious issues for us in the late game. If we kind of get swept, we're kind of out of luck, to be honest. If we don't have a dollhouse on the field, that is, because then we're at the mercy of our top deck and it gets a little bit ugly. So drawing cards is important. I know this isn't technically drawing cards net positive, but it is shuffling through our deck to find what we need faster by drawing us extra cards. And we also get to select some things to put into the graveyard, which is pretty awesome. So that did make a lot of sense in the deck, but the problem with that is now we're getting to not only double devotion to red, it also gets tricky because it's a turn 4 play, and the only thing I want to cut in that place would be Witherbloom Command, so we wouldn't actually have a play till like realistically turn 3, and that would be pretty bad, especially talking about mono white. You guys got to see how clutch the Witherbloom Command was against mono white and things like Thalia. Kind of important to deal with early threats with the Witherbloom Command, because a negative 3/1 and destroying a non-permanent or a non-creature permanent, like let's say a ranger class, is really important when you're talking about aggro. So I think Witherbloom Command was a little bit better, but in the late game, Unexpected Windfall is better. So it's tough to say. You can also get a Seize the Spoils, which honestly, it's just another way as well. Like I said, you can play this a million ways. This does the exact same thing. It's a 3-drop. You get a treasure. Treasures are kind of important because it does get you to your bigger spells in the late game. You could up the amount of reanimation spells in the deck too, because I do feel like I went in there a little light, because the whole idea was for Olivia to really kind of come in and crush the day, and I realized she's going to be doing a lot of the reanimation, so I only splashed in 1 Return Upon Tide and 2 Dollhouse of Horrors, because I was like, we'll just let Olivia kind of carry the weight. But if Olivia gets beat and destroyed, it gets pretty bad for us. So I think the Dollhouse needs to be upped by 1, maybe even 1 more Return Upon Tide. But then you get into the question of like, what do we cut? I don't think March of the Wretched Sorrow did much for us today. I think gaining the life is pretty sweet, but twice now we try to cast a spell and our opponent used Hexproof or some sort of bounce spell, and we did not get the life gain, nor did we get the creature dead. So it was kind of brutal. So I think this card right here can be switched out for some better removal as well. Maybe some more life gain type stuff. I'm not sure, but ultimately, like I said, this is the 3rd time around playing a Jund list in a very similar style with Old Rutstein. It's a great way to play Magic. I'm telling you, it's a lot of fun. And I think you guys can have a blast with this one. If you guys have any ways that you can think of to make the deck better, as always, leave it in the comments down below. I would love to hear your thoughts on that. Also, one last thing before I go out of here and close out the video. We do have a lot of these like dual lands that come in a little bit late. You may want to cut back on that for some more fast mana, just because the Witherbloom Command seem to struggle to play on turn 2 a lot for me. So that might be something to adjust as well. But ultimately, that's my thoughts on the deck, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And lastly, just wanted, before I jump out of here, we do have a stream tonight. We're going to be live, so be sure to check that out. If you guys don't know, we have a Discord. Hit the link in the description for the Discord. You can join that. We'll give some notifications on when we go live and things like that when videos go out. And so you can do that, or pop on in when we go live at 5 o'clock and Mountain Standard Time. I'm sorry, did I say 5 o'clock? I always say 5 o'clock. 6 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. We will be playing against viewers, which is pretty fun. It's a lot of fun every time we do Swayze versus the mob. And yeah, that'll do it. And lastly, before I hop out, huge shout out to the mob. Huge shout out to the Marty Mob, that is. The Marty Mob is our membership program here on YouTube, and they are all of our members here on the screen. They pay a monthly membership fee of $4.99 to be part of this, and they get a little bit added perks and benefits to their account, but mostly they are supporting the channel, and I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart every time at the end of every video to these guys, because I couldn't do it without them. Honestly, straight up, I can't do it without you guys. There's no way that I could still be doing what I'm doing and grinding as hard as I'm grinding with my other job and family the way I am, unless there was some sort of benefit or future, you know, that I can see with this, in order for my wife to see a future with this. So thank you for allowing me the ability to continue this process and chase the dream. You know what I'm saying? So thank you guys for that. I appreciate you for that. And if you want to become a supporter of the channel, you can hit the link in the description below, or there's a join button right next to the subscribe button. But thank you guys so much. Appreciate you. Love you. We'll see you on the next one. Till next time. Peace.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Swayze, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. Where's the upload, man? Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap, yeah.